And so from April 2027, I will reform our ISA system.
Reform, that's the word that the Chancellor used. Reform. And that sounds positive, doesn't it? It sounds like progress. It sounds like improvement. But here's what reform actually means. It means that your cash ISA allowance is going to be cut from £20,000 to £12,000 starting April 2027. The new policy is basically forcing you to invest £8,000 whether you want it or not, whether it makes sense for your own situation and personal circumstance or not. Oh, but if you're 65 or older, you keep the full £20,000 in cash. This is the first time in ISA history that your age actually determines and decides how much tax-free cash you're allowed to save inside the ISA in a single tax year. And for millions of people under the age of 65, this completely changes how you save money, build cash, and plan for big life goals and purchases, and it's called reform. Today, I'm going to be looking at this new policy, this new law, and most importantly, share smart strategies for people under 65 to stay ahead and even beat these new rules. So let's get into it. So what's the official excuse to do this? According to Rachel Reeves,
the UK has some of the lowest levels of retail investment in the G7. And that is not only bad for business, who need that investment to grow, it's bad for savers too.
She says it's bad for business, bad for economic growth. And their solution to that problem is very simple. Force savers, especially people under 65, to invest more and save less in cash. And that's why they are redesigning the ISA system. Now, some people might be thinking, fine, I'll just put £12,000 into a cash ISA, put £8,000 into a stocks and shares ISA, and then transfer that £8,000 straight back into the cash ISA in a few days' time, right? But here's the problem. The government has actually seen through that and has confirmed that it's going to block transfers from stock and shares ISAs into cash ISA to prevent this loophole, because without restricting transfers, nothing would stop someone from ending the year with the full £20,000 sitting in cash, even though the new cap for under 65 is supposed to be £12,000. So yes, this isn't just a nudge to invest more. It's a structural lock-in that they are creating, or they've created, that is designed to force anything above £12,000 into investment. So that's what is changing. A quick refresher for those that don't know, an ISA is just a tax wrapper. There is no tax on interest. There is no tax on dividends. There is no tax on growth inside the ISA. And there are four main types: cash ISA, stocks and shares ISA, lifetime ISA, junior ISA, and you also have the innovative finance. And for years, the system was very simple. Your total allowance is £20,000, and you could put all of it into cash if you wanted. If you're finding this useful so far, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps the channel and helps more people to find this information. But here's the part that actually matters, right? And that's where we are going to the strategies that you can use. One, most people hear stocks and shares ISA and they think it only means buying stocks. But you can also hold low-risk cash-like investments in it as long as they meet the new eligibility rules, which, according to the government newsletter that was published on the 27th of November, it would involve tests to determine whether an investment is eligible to be held in a stocks and shares ISA or is cash-like, a charge on any interest that is paid on cash held in a stocks and shares ISA or innovative finance ISA. Here is what I believe would work from April 2027, right? Number one is money market funds. These are ultra low risk funds that hold short-term government bonds, short-term government debt, treasury bills, high quality corporate paper or corporate debt, and they aim to keep your money stable while paying around 4% plus in today's market. The thing about them is they are not FSCS protected because they are technically investments, but they are considered one of the safest places to keep medium-term money or short-term money. Another option is short-term gilts or government bonds. This is another great option. and the government definitely wants people to buy them, right? They offer low volatility, predictable returns. They have strong liquidity, and they are fully eligible inside the stocks and shares ISA. And they are perfect for anyone that wants low risk return. So what will not work after 2027, right? That is holding platform cash and earning interest. Right now, some platforms pay interest on uninvested cash, right? They encourage you to keep that cash and they'll pay you interest. But under the new rules, HMRC will charge tax on any interest paid on cash held inside the stocks and shares ISA. So interest earning cash inside the stocks and shares ISA will no longer be tax-free. This is why money market funds and gilts is very, very essential, and why this still beats the cash ISA for many people. You can still shelter the full £20,000 allowance in these options. You can even earn higher returns than most cash ISAs, but of course, I've mentioned the downside. That's also something to look out for. I believe that this will become the new normal for people that are under 65. Second option is to use your personal savings allowance wisely. And here is something that most people forget. You don't automatically pay tax on savings interest. You have something that is called personal savings allowance. For basic rate taxpayers, that is £1,000 interest tax-free per year. For higher rate taxpayers, it's £500 interest tax-free. For additional rate taxpayers, it's 0. And if you are in the starting rate band, which means that you're earning under 17,570, you can get an additional 5,000 interest tax-free, right? So let's say you are a basic rate taxpayer. That means you can earn £1,000 in interest before paying any tax. At 5% interest, that means you can hold up to £20,000 in a regular savings account before you even hit that threshold that you can pay tax. Most people are not going to hit that threshold. That's just the truth. So if you've maxed out your cash ISA and your stocks and shares ISA and you still have more to save, a regular high interest savings account is absolutely fine for many people. Now, here's the system that I would recommend and how I look at it. The first option, of course, is to use up your £12,000 limit, right? Things for like your emergency funds, short-term goals, and all of that. And they are FSCS protected, right? Second is to use the stocks and shares options and you use up the remaining 8,000. And then the third bucket is high interest savings rates, of course, considering your personal savings allowance. These three buckets or these three plans, if you maximize them, they're going to put you in a very, very good position. So what do you do before 2027? Here's the action plan. 1, use your 20K cash allowance if that's important to you while it still lasts. You have a limited time window. 2, open a stocks and shares ISA now. Even if you don't invest, just open it because who knows what would happen tomorrow, right? The wrapper is ready and that account is ready for you to use. 3, get familiar with money market funds, right? They will become very, very essential in the future. Now, if you want a full breakdown of the best money market funds to use inside of an ISA, please let me know in the comment section and I'll do that research and put that video together. Number 4 is separate short-term cash from long-term goals, right? Don't mix them up. And number 5 is to adjust your savings strategy early. Don't wait until 2027. Think through these changes and make the decision that's best for you. And if you feel like you need help, you can send me a DM or send an email. My email is in the description and I'm going to reach out to you and respond to you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. If you're not yet subscribed, share this video with your friends and family. They might just need this, right? And until next time, have a great one.